Jurassic World. Eh. Yeah, it was just sort of I mean, it was better than 2 and 3, but that isn't saying much, because 2 was just sort of a meh, kind of alright, dumb dinosaur action movie. I mean, honestly, with the only real low point being the first 30 minutes, and the third one was just a dumb, straightforward dinosaur action movie. Yeah, I mean, and the reason why I say it's meh is just because it felt really lazy. I mean, first off, you're probably wondering why I saw a film I didn't think would be good and I had no interest in seeing, and well, that's because, a member of my family was going to see it. His friends like, hey, do you want to come along? I'm like, well, if I'm going to see this, I might as well see it on the big screen. So, yeah. Wanted to see Inside Out, heard it was wonderful, but I saw this. And, again, it wasn't terrible. Because it actually works this time around, I think, as a dinosaur action movie. I mean, it has a lot. The build-up, the payoff, it's very focused. We're focusing on one dinosaur, which I thought worked really well. One. But again, it just sort of was a bit of been there, done that. I mean, everything here just felt. It just recycled a lot of stuff from the first film, which, again, begs the question, why do I want to see this if I can just watch the original? Again, it's not that it's not bad. It's not that I'm not having fun with it. It's just, I've seen this before. I could see this exact same movie done way better in if I just watched the first one, and I think that's its biggest issue. It's like Terminator 3 in that it's not a bad movie, it's just a story that I've seen before and done better. But again, it's totally possible to have fun with this movie. In fact, there were a few moments, especially when the dinosaurs were on screen, where I turned off my brain, and for moments I was having fun with it. And especially at the end, there's this one scene that was kind of cool. But yeah, everything about it was just. But there was no real effort put into this movie. It just someone took what someone already wrote and just did it again, just with more special effects, uh, more dinosaurs, just more everything. Except they didn't care about the characters this time because they were just sort of walking cliches. They were all there to serve one purpose. Dinosaurs didn't look as good as the original. A lot of CGI, no dramatic build-up, a lot of cartoony stuff, but yeah, I mean, again, biggest issue was not all that stuff, but just it was what I had seen before, and literally that's basically the way I can sum this up. If you've seen the original, you've seen this movie, and you don't need to see Jurassic World. Not saying that you shouldn't see it, not saying that you can't have fun with it. I feel like, again, most people seem to be having a good time with this, but if you're one of those people who likes to see new and original things in sequels, you're not going to be satisfied with this just because outside of the premise, which is a bit more creative, with the park and everything, which the park looks really good, and you really want to go to Jurassic Park. But outside of that, there's really nothing in this film that you haven't seen before and done better. So again, so if you haven't seen the first Jurassic Park, you're gonna have a blast with this movie since you don't have anything to compare it to. And if you're one of those people who if you're one of those people who can just look at a film as it is and just not compare it to the original, which is something I could not do. Because, yeah, why do I want to give credit to this film? They didn't do anything different. They just took something someone else did and did it again. For first, same as the first. But yeah. And again, the audience I was with seemed to have a good time with it. There was this one guy cheering and clapping. These two girls next to me were going oh, when the dinosaurs showed up, and they were really sad when they got killed. That's not too big of a spoiler, but yeah, it's I want it when I see movies. I want to see creative and original movies, and if you're going to do a sequel, I want to see something original because Yeah, I'm probably. I mean, I I guess it was worth seeing, but I really don't have any sort of desire to see this again. In fact, again, out of all these sequels, I'm just gonna keep rewatching the original. And again, it's only slightly better than Lost World. Like if you took out the half hour of the Lost World, this would literally be like on par with it. Like it was just another dumb dinosaur action movie. So yeah, again, if you just want a dumb action movie, you'll probably like it. If you don't want to see a retread, then you don't see this. So yeah, that's all I have to say on it. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Like, dislike, subscribe, and now I'm gonna get into the trailers I got. So if you don't really care about that, just zone out. So um, I got like 8 trailers that went on for about 18 minutes. So Southpaw, Jake Gyllenhaal movie, Mockingjay Part 2. Again, in the sense that I don't really, I feel like it might be good, but just nothing right now about it's grabbing me. Mockingjay Part 2 looks really good. I've read the book, so I know the source material is good. It's just there's this ending they have to work around, but the trailer makes it look really good. Like it's gonna be another really solid installment, and it doesn't give too much away. Then I got Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. I wasn't too big on the film at first, but and again I'll go more into this when I do my thoughts going into video. But the trailer makes it look really fun. I mean, the action looks fun and creative. It has a sense of fun to it that I feel like was lacking in the third one. I haven't seen the fourth one yet. I'm going to though. And yeah, like I wasn't really that excited for it originally, and now after seeing this film, I am. Although I feel like the trailer showed a little too much. I got the trailer for Max, which was just Got Ted 2, which I think this was the same trailer I saw when I went to see Hot Tub Time Machine 2. It looks funny, but again, I forgot to touch on this in my thoughts going into Ted 2. I was a little concerned when Mila Kunis dropped out. But again, my biggest concern is that while this trailer was funny, so was the one for Million Ways to Die in the West, and I feel like all the good gags are in the trailer and all the bad, and we're gonna be left with nothing that good. I got The Walk. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's working on his accent. Doesn't look. It looks like it's spectacle film, like in the sense that the only reason to see it is just for the visuals. Like if you aren't seeing this in IMAX, you're not gonna get anything out of it. It's kind of like Gravity, where it's about the effects, not the story or characters. And if you just see this at home on your TV, you're not gonna get anything out of it. The Martian seems like an engaging story. Actually, just seeing the trailer for The Martian, I just want to read the book. But biggest crime I think the trailer had was just I feel like it showed me the entire movie, and there are a couple lines that just felt like they were made just to be put in the trailer. And I got the third trailer for Minions, which probably was the worst trailer of all of them. The jokes came way too fast, so I couldn't process them, and it just came across as loud and noisy. And offhand, I'd say that write the movie off, but having seen the other trailers where the jokes come a bit slower and it's a bit easier paced, I think it's just a bad trailer. Didn't and again, it didn't show too much. I mean, I think the biggest thing about this movie is, again, the only real annoying thing is that seeing it in 3D, there were just so many obnoxious close-ups that just took me out of the movie. Not took me out, but were distracting, and they're clearly just there to be in 3D. And that's my video. I know it was basically short, but again, I didn't have much to say about Jurassic World outside of it was the first movie. I mean, there's only so many times I could say that. So again, thoughts in the comments below. Like, dislike, subscribe. There's going to be a written review going a bit more in depth, although not much. Description, and yeah. JStars360 signing out. And hopefully next week I'll see Inside Out and be in a much better mood. Until then, take care.